Jesus. You know, I'm so thankful to be here, to be able to share God's word with you today. And Pastor Max is with us in part. But I just want to say, I know this morning the devil was attacking you. And I have no doubt that he's probably attacking some of you this morning. But thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, God.
Your presence here is just glorifying God. Your presence here is just glorifying God. So thank you. I just want to pray again. Thank you so much. I want to pray again to start this message. So if you'll close your eyes, you'll bow your heads, and then we can pray. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, that you woke us up this morning. Thank you, Jesus, that you are with us right now. Thank you, Jesus, because you love each and every one of us. You knew us before we were born. You knew us while we were still in our mother's wombs, Jesus. You know us as we walk with you every day. You know our tears at night.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus. I pray that today, as your word is coming through, that we would hear what you have to say to us. That we would have an open heart to you, Jesus. That we would just have a revelation of who you are and have courage to be vulnerable to you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Well, good morning. My name is Amber. And I'm already emotional and feel Jesus. The Holy Spirit is here. You guys should be on. You have beautiful voices. You're harmonizing. Thank you, Jesus. And you know what? We're talking this morning. And if you don't feel like you have a beautiful voice, it doesn't matter. Because when you praise Jesus, it sounds beautiful to him. He doesn't care if you're screeching or whatever. But thank you. Okay, So today I'm going to be reading from Mark, and most of you probably heard this story. It's when Jesus walks on water, but I want to kind of preface it with what happened before he walked on water. So Jesus sent his disciples out to the region in Paris to preach and to heal in his name and to remove demons in his name. And so they're all coming back. They're reunited with Jesus, and they're so excited about what has just happened. They're so excited to just tell Jesus, we rebuke demons, we heal people. And so Jesus is like, all right, let's get a quiet place and you can tell me. But as they're trying to find somewhere to just have fellowship, thousands of people are just following and chasing after them, wanting to hear Jesus. And so Jesus said, well, you know what? We can wait to hang out. I'm going to preach again. And there were 5,000 people there. He preached all day. And I can't imagine, but how awesome it would be to hear Jesus preach a sermon. That would be amazing. So they're there all day. And at the end of the day, he realized it's getting late and there's 5,000 people here and they're hungry. And all they had was 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. And he fed each and every person to their fill. They were comfortable. No one left hungry. And so I'm prefacing it with this because all the disciples just came back from this amazing tour of seeing miracles, and they just witnessed Jesus perform a miracle for 5,000 people. Okay, so now I'm going to read from Mark. It's Mark 6:45. Okay, Mark 6:45. Immediately, Jesus made his disciples get into the boat and go on ahead of him to Bethsaida, when he dismissed the crowd. After leaving them, he went up on a mountainside to pray. Later that night, the boat was in the middle of the lake, and he was alone on land. He saw the disciples straining at the oars because the wind was against them. Then, shortly before dawn, he went out to them, walking on the lake. He was about to pass them by, but when they saw him walking on the lake, they thought he was a ghost. They cried out because they all saw him and were terrified. Immediately, he spoke to them and said, "Take courage. It is I. Do not be afraid." Take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid. So I'm going to delve into this a little bit. And I just thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. So they just got done with all these miracles, seeing the 5,000 be fed. And Jesus says, you know what? Go on ahead of me across the water. I'm going to stay and pray. And it's interesting that the Bible uses the word pray. It doesn't use worship or praise. And we know Jesus said that too, to his Father. But He uses the Bible uses the word pray. And so that we know when he was going up on that mountainside, even though he sent them forward before him, he was praying for them as well. And Jesus is always praying for us every moment of every day. So he sent them before him. Later that night, so he was praying all night. It says later that night, the boat was in the middle of the lake, and he was alone on land. He saw the disciples straining at the oars. But he didn't do anything. He left them there until just before dawn. Sometimes Jesus doesn't come immediately to us. He's praying for us, and he knows. He has this confidence, and he knows that he is with us, especially when he sends us out. So when he did, it says when he did go to them, he walked on water. The very thing that they were struggling to get through, Jesus walked on water to them. And if we can imagine how Jesus was walking, he probably wasn't panicking, you know, how we walk when we're like in a rush, afraid we're going to miss something. He wasn't walking like that. He knew. He was probably striding with confidence. And so he walked on water above what they were struggling to them. And he was about to pass them. So when you're about to pass them, you're pretty close. I have to be pretty close for me to pass you. And they didn't recognize him. They thought he was a ghost. And you notice it doesn't say that any of them called his name. They were struggling all night. And he didn't get there till just before dawn. And no one called his name. So, striding. Striding means to walk decisively in a direction with purpose. And that's what Jesus was doing. And so when he got there, immediately he said, "Take courage, it is I, don't be afraid." Sometimes we get so caught up in what we're doing and what we're struggling against, and the wind that's coming against us. And we forget to remember the things that we already know. But within that struggle, we forget simple things in our walk with Jesus. And so if anyone's taking notes, which if you're not taking written notes, take mental notes so that you can remember. The title is Remember. Don't forget to remember. Don't forget to remember. Okay? So here are 3 things that we can remember when we're walking with Jesus to help us stride, not strain. Okay? The first thing is, remember who we serve and who sends us. Jesus sent them before him. He sent them out on their own into the waters, into the stormy waters. But he wasn't confused about what was going to happen. He didn't think any. He didn't rush to their side because he knew that he sent them and his grace was upon them and his protection was upon them. Remember who sends us. God who created the heaven and the earth. God who loves us so much that he gave his only son to suffer and die on the cross. God who knows our brokenness and our sin, yet still loves us. Thank you, Jesus. What a great God. A God who is all over, everywhere at once. Yet when we call his name in faith, he is there with us. What a God. Remember who you serve. And remember who sent you. Number 2. Remember to call on Jesus. They didn't call his name. These are disciples, right? So we look up to the disciples. How can I be like that? They were walking with Jesus, yet when they're struggling, they didn't call his name. Jesus wants us to be so close in relationship with him that the first thought is Jesus. The first thing that comes against me, my thought isn't, oh no, what am I going to do? I'm not going to do anything. Jesus is going to do it. Jesus. He wants us to be so in habit of talking to him and praying with him that we talk to him every step of the way. Even if he sends us before him, that doesn't mean we don't have the right to call on him. Even if he sends us out into the stormy waters, we can still call on him. Thank you, Jesus. If he sends us, he will bring us back. He is with us. His will be done no matter what. Thank you, Jesus. Number one, I'm going to repeat it. Remember who we serve and who sends us. Number two, remember to call on Jesus no matter what. And number three, remember not to get so worked up that you don't recognize Jesus when he is right before you.
That's good.
Remember not to get so worked up, so struggling, focusing on how you can do better, focusing on what you can do to get through it. Focus on Jesus.
That's good.
Focus on his presence. Focus on his freedom. Focus on his glory. Focus on Jesus. And when you focus on Jesus, your struggle transforms from straining to striding.
That's good.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. He is always working. Yes. Clapping glorifies God. He is always working in our lives through struggle. And if it's, when we have easy days, he is there. He knows why he's sending us. He knows. And you know what? When you're going through something, don't think of, why am I going through this? Think of, how can I glorify God through this moment? Think of striving and the direction that he is taking you. And he is taking you towards the Father. Our lives on earth are to glorify God. Our bodies, our flesh, are just a holding capsule for the soul that he has saved for us. He ensures our place in heaven with him. And so if we move with the knowledge that Jesus sends us, no matter what we're going through, I know he's with me. His grace is upon me no matter what happens. Jesus has sent me. So nothing else can be against me.
That's good.
And I remember that I can call on Jesus. Even when I'm doubting, even when I'm saying, God, I know you put me through this. I know you want me to do this on my own. No, he doesn't. He's with you. He's with you.
Yep.
Thank you, Jesus. And remember not to get so worked up that you don't recognize Jesus. Recognize him working in your life. When we focus on him, we glorify him. When we have a problem, I've done it. I do it every day. I have a problem and I think, if I have an impure thought or I sin, I'm like, how can I stop doing this? And you get so focused on how you can stop that you forget about God completely. You're praying, you're saying, God, please help me to stop doing this. God, please take me out of this situation. But Jesus is saying, focus on me. It's not a problem anymore. Focus on me. If you're focusing on Jesus, everything will fall away because his presence is so full. His presence, there's no room for anything else. His light is so bright that no darkness can be within you if his light consumes
Good,
you.
Amber.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. In a few moments, we're going to pray again. And it's going to be an opportunity for you to accept Jesus into your life and to surrender to him, to put your faith in him, no matter what struggle you are going through. But before I do that, I want to just share one last thing with you. When they got to the land again, they continued to go around the region, singing and performing with Jesus, miracle after miracle after miracle. They got to know Jesus closer. They were in relationship with him closer. They were seeing him work. They were fulfilling the destiny that God had given them. And the problems that they had were behind them. And I want you to know that Jesus has a purpose for every one of you. He loves you so much. And he's just waiting for you to call his name in faith. For you to surrender your life so that you can find out what that purpose is. He is waiting for you to live for him, not for yourself. He is waiting with open arms. He's saying, come to me, come to me, come to me. Because I do not be afraid. Because I do not be afraid. So, Mark 8:35, for whoever wants to save their life will lose it. But whoever loses their life life for me, and for the gospel will save it. Our problems are no longer about us. They are about Jesus, about glorifying God. Get caught up in Him, and your struggle will transform from straining to striding. Stride towards Jesus. Stride with Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. So, Romans 10. If you declare with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and you believe in your heart that God raised Him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is with your heart that you believe and are justified, and it is with your mouth that you profess your faith and are saved. So let's everyone bow our heads, close our eyes, and if you can, lift your hands up to heaven, okay? Alright? And for anyone here who feels the pull in their heart, that's God tugging your heart. He's saying, come to me, come to me, come to me. I have so much in store for you that you can't even imagine. I love you so much. Come to me. Thank you, Jesus. And if you will, repeat after me. Dear Lord, I admit that I am a sinner, that I have lived my life for myself. I am sorry, Lord. Please forgive me. I need you. I believe that your Son, Jesus Christ, died on the cross. He suffered on the cross for me. And I believe that He rose again. I invite you, Jesus, to be Lord of my life. And I pray that your Holy Spirit would enter my heart so that I can live for you. In your name, we pray. Amen. Jesus, thank you, Jesus. 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 So we're going to sing again, break every chain, and that's what God does. He breaks every single chain. When you focus on Him, chains are broken. And when we're singing, if you want to come up to the altar and get prayed for, you can. If you just accepted Jesus into your life as your Savior,